I'm going to do something with my sewing machine I have never done before, and I need your help. Hi, I'm Christine. Later this summer, 2 sewing vlogger YouTube friends and I are going to be in a sewing competition. So excited about this. I will tell you more about that in a future video. But what this means is I am going to be flying with a sewing machine, which is something I've never done, and I bet some of you have done this, so I'm coming to you for tips. I don't know how I should handle this. It will definitely be going as carry-on, but should I pack it in a soft bag, padded bag, wrapped in something to keep it stable, or should I try to put it in a roller bag that will fit up above? It is my Viking 400 that I'll be bringing, so it is a smaller machine. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous about doing this, so if this is an absolute terrible idea, I need you to let me know that too. When I was working, I traveled a lot, internationally, nationally, no problem. Since I've been retired, I've been a little spoiled traveling with Charlie. He carries all the heavy stuff, and I've gotten a little bit used to it. And that's what had me thinking of a roller case. I have a layover. The total travel time is going to be over 4 hours. And then there's the time waiting in the airport. So let me know what you think. I am back in the sewing room to tell you about my sewing plans for the coming week. I recently went into my work in progress pile and finished something that has been unfinished for a year. It felt so good that I went in and picked up another one. This is the Maeve skirt by True Bias, and it is a little bit short on me. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't make this adjustment sooner. I tried it on just to make sure it still fit, and oh, this fabric is so lovely in the heat. It is a Lady McElroy cotton lawn. I got this from Beyond the Pink Door in a Think Pink subscription box, and I have some of the fabric left over. I have about 25 inches across the width of the fabric. The bottom of my skirt measures around 70 inches. I'm going to make the most of the fabric. I'm going to cut 3 strips about 8 inches tall across the width of the fabric. I think that will give me a long enough piece to get a nice gather. What I'll do is I will sew all of the strips together. Then I'm going to decide how long I want them to be, and I'm going to hem it before I gather. I will hem all except the small portion before I'm going to stitch them together to attach to the dress. That'll just make it easier not to have the gathering in the seam allowance. I'm going to use my serger to gather. It's one of my favorite ways to gather fabric. It is quick and easy, and sometimes I can be a lazy sewist, and this makes me not procrastinate anymore getting this ruffle on my skirt. I'm looking forward to getting this finished. If you want to see the tutorial, I will link it here and down in the description box below. I received my Minerva brand ambassador fabric yesterday. I've already washed and dried it. It is very simple and plain. It is a light loop back French terry in this kind of olive color. I think it's great for my complexion, and I want a cord set. I want some leisure travel wear that will be comfortable on the airplane. We're going to Ireland this fall, and I want it to not be too sporty looking. Anyway, in my head, I have a vision of what this will look like. I'm going to use the Arlo track jacket as my top layer. My bottom, I'm toying between the plateau joggers, or I do know I have the Hudson pants fitted pretty well. I would just maybe need to straighten out the leg some, take out some of that taper, because I want to hem them. I think they will look a little neater hemmed. If you have ideas of what would make a perfect cord set out of French terry that will be a little dressier looking than a plain old sweatsuit, hit me up. I usually don't sew French terry in the summer, but I want to make sure I get that made this year, so I think I'll be sewing it sooner rather than later. I am going to be working on a more summery cord set. I think this will be one of the first things that I sew on my new sewing machine. I haven't bought it yet. I've done some shopping. That's why the level of productivity has been a little bit lower this week. But when I do get my new sewing machine, I'm going to unleash all my sewing passion, and I dearly want a cord set. And this is a photo, a mock-up of what I would like to sew, the Ashton top, along with a pair of Lane pants cut out of shorts level. I had a couple of questions from some subscribers on how did I do this? How did I take the garment drawing and my fabric and put them together? And that's through Magic Mockup. This is not a commercial for Stash Hub. I pay for it. I love to use it. And this feature is free. So I'm going to leave the link here and down below on where you could go if you would like to play around with Magic Mockup. It is addicting. I'm going to insert a clip showing you how I use Magic Mockup. It's so intuitive. If you need a little more tutorial, Stash Hub does have those available. You can go to the links and get more information. But I want to show you just how easy it is to use. Okay, so I've opened up my Stash Hub app and I've gone over to my menu and found the Magic Mockup and opened that. And now I'm going to look for a pattern, and I'm scrolling through what I have loaded in the app in my record. And I think I want to check out the Armidale dress. So I pick out the line drawing, and now I need to crop it so that I have all of the line drawing in, but only one figure. And I've selected that. And now I am going to choose my fabric. So I'm going through my record. That's what I have in Stash Hub. And I've chosen this beautiful rifle paper fabric. And I'm going to select this. And down at the bottom, you can see I can scroll the sliding bar to adjust my pattern size so that it's more representative of the actual size of the print. And I think that looks beautiful. That's a real contender for me. So now I can go and choose another source. So this time I'm going to my photos, which is what you'd use if you don't have the app. You can take a picture and have something in your photos, or like me, take something off the internet. I also happen to have this in my stash, and select it and see how that looks. And that is also very pretty on the Armidale. Unfortunately, I do not have enough of this fabric to use it for this dress. So this is so much fun. I have to go and find another pattern. This time I'm going to filter. I want to do something for my baby granddaughter, so I'm going to select child and baby patterns. Look at my options, and that Dublin baby by Little Lizard King is so cute. So I'm going to crop this. This is a little trickier, but still can be done because all of the line drawings are so close together. I'm going to isolate the one that I'm interested in, and I'll fine tune it, and I'll bring it into Magic Mockup. And you see it defaults to the fabric, the last one I used, but I can go in and select another fabric. I'm going to my records, and I'm going to filter because I want to look at a cotton lawn. And you can see I need to update my sorting here. So here we go. I'm going by type. I really have too many categories. That's the thing I need to update. And I'm going to select cotton, lawn, and see what I have available that would be good for this outfit. And then I can just scroll through my fabric inventory. And I want to use some Liberty Tana lawn. and I'm going to select that. And I do similar to the cropping, I have to pick a section out. You'll notice that the size, I took the photo at an angle, but I think it'll still work for giving me the gist of what this would look like. And I think that's 100% adorable. Another feature that I like is I can share this, and I do. I don't know how many I have shared with Izzy. So I can go to share. If I just wanted to download, I could do that. But if I click share, then I can text or email it. This time I'm going to text to Izzy, and then I could write a little note along with it, so to give it some context when I send it to her. This is great if you're collaborating or if you're sewing something for someone else. I could send this to my daughter-in-law and say, hey, what do you think? How is this for a cute little Sunday romper? I did indeed send this to Izzy, and she thought it would be adorable on my granddaughter. The Magic Mockup is great if you want to audition a pattern or fabric, especially if you have a large scale pattern and you're like, is this too much to wear all over? Really enjoy using that. So in non-sewing, I have been doing some reading. I mentioned in a previous video we had 2 beach trips this year, and I finished 2 books. Well, one I abandoned. It was not my thing. And the 3rd book was The Charm. I've about halfway into this book. It's by Ruth Ware. I've read one other book by her, and I am hooked on her as an author. This is called The Turn of the Key. Very interesting book. I think I'll be finishing this soon, and then I'm going to head to the library and see if I can find another one. I always love to hear your recommendations for books. I enjoy reading. If you have a great book that you think I might enjoy, let me know in the comment section below. For all of you in the US, happy Independence Day. Fireworks tonight, which means Martin is going to get Benadryl sometime in the evening, and we'll put him in his crate where he'll feel a little more comfortable. Ever since we rode through a hurricane, not on purpose, mind you, it wasn't supposed to hit us, he has been a bit of a nervous Nelly during storms or with fireworks. So we're going to do our best to make him comfortable. Maybe I should move a sound machine into the room where he sleeps to help mask the sounds. Poor guy, he'll be fine. He doesn't get like crazy anxious, but I don't think a lot of pets like fireworks. I am going to get right onto this Maeve skirt. I want to wear it tomorrow. Happy sewing, and I will see you soon.